where players are battling each other in the arena, right?
Yeah.
But the next thing that we're actually building right now, alongside the metaverse town itself, is actually a PvE team raid experience. So think like World of Warcraft raids, where you go and battle big bosses with your friends and stuff like that. We are working exactly on that specific kind of subgenre right now, and there are many more, right? We also working on potentially, and I know we're going to talk about lands later. We're working on resource management and base builder. There's going to be a single player element. There's going to be an RPG within that single player element, and so on and so forth. So to answer your question directly, our idea is to build this ecosystem out and serve a variety of different types of games for players that work on their characters. And the cool thing is, you're going to have one or many characters that you work on, but as you, let's say, evolve your, I don't know, warrior, your barbarian in a
Yeah.
PvP match, you'll be able to use that same barbarian in the other game modes as well. And this is how we
So
plan to add depth.
so it will be connected, right?
Yes, everything is connected and interoperable.
Yeah. Actually, it's a good thing because it's a have a large scale, so everyone can their way to enjoy your games. So we can
Exactly.
describe it like this, right?
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. I'm going to translate it.
Cool.
İlk sorumuz şuydu arkadaşlar. Oyunun hani devamlılığını sağlamak için neler yapmayı planlıyorsunuz tarzı bir sorumuz vardı. Bugün sizlere gösterecekleri kısım sadece PvP kısmından ibaret olacak. Fakat gelecekte bu PvE şekline de veya da bazı şeylerde gördüğünüz hani denk geldiğiniz arazi sistemine doğru da evrilecek. Onlar üzerinde de çalışmaları olacak. Bildiğiniz gibi mesela World of Warcraft oynadıysanız hem story modu hem de şey modu olduğu için hani direkt o bildiğiniz MOBA tarzı oyun sistemi olduğu için bunu örnek alarak hani bundan yola çıkarak bu tarz bir şey yapmayı planlamışlar diye yorum size çevirebilirim. Hani ve sonda söylediğimiz şey de genel olarak şu şekilde olacak. Sadece tek bir oyun tarzına değil de aynı anda mesela farklı şeylerden keyif alan oyuncuların da bundan keyif almasını istiyorlar. Bazılarınız sizler ya bazılarınız PvP severken diğerleriniz mesela daha çok story oyunlarını seviyor. Tam yani bildiğiniz genel çaplı bir eğlence yelpazesi şeklinde ilerleyecek diye söyleyebilirim. Okay. I'm moving to the next question.
Yep.
As you know, Troy Guild is a is found in the Turkey. So what's your plans in Turkey? Yeah.
Yeah. So actually, if before we go there, if you want to, because I mean, we jumped right into the questions. If you want to just tell everyone, I'm really happy to be here actually, and meeting you all and being with the community, because I know how big the Turkish community is and how big you guys are in Turkey, of course. So just if you want to tell everyone, both Bart and I are really happy to be here tonight, and thank you so much for having us.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna answer the question, and then
Yeah.
you can tell him all of it. Okay, so we have a lot of plans for Turkey. So I am actually from South America. We have other founders in the team, and other people in the team that are from India. We have the team is really multicultural in a way. So one of the things that we really embed in our values is to empower the player. And we know that in a lot of countries, that player empowerment is even more important than in some other countries. And I'll give you an example, right?
Yeah.
So I come from Latin America, and I grew up playing games like World of Warcraft and stuff like that. And to me, there actually being able to sell a World of Warcraft account meant a lot more than to people in some other places in the world, because that money actually was pretty meaningful.
Yeah.
Right?
And you
And
have to pay every month, right?
exactly, you had to pay every month, and you couldn't actually sell stuff yourself and whatnot, right? So I understand that in some countries, the player ownership side of things can be a lot more important when it comes to not only getting rewards and stuff like that, but also just having that ability to invest your time in a game and be effectively rewarded by that. And if eventually you decide to stop playing the game, having the agency to actually sell basically the time you spent in that game and the assets you've created to some other player that is not willing to put the same time you're putting into the game, right? So I just gave you all that context to say we are incredibly actually focused on countries like Turkey and many other countries where we know that player empowerment create value out of nothing by just saying, hey, let's create some sort of hype around this, and then just the scarcity around whatever NFT is gonna increase its price. People are gonna be want to pay more for it. Blah blah blah. What we're trying to do is the opposite of that. It's like, well, you're only really gonna monetize and pay for characters and NFTs and so on and so forth that actually have intrinsic value, because people have been using those characters for hours and hours on end and grinding and leveling up. We're probably going to talk about leveling up later today, but so on and so forth, right? So the second element is that we're adding Web3 as another means of giving more to players, because
Yeah.
that's at the very core of what we're trying to do. And then the third point is, we're not trying to build a game in a silo. And what I mean by that is, we want to build this together with the community, and the guys and girls that are already part of our community today, they know how close we're actually building the game together with everyone. We're having these gameplay sessions to literally get feedback from our community members, and we're going to do a lot more to build together. One example of that is Bart, us, from the guys from Versagames, ourselves, and hopefully we can include you guys in this one as well. We're gonna run a series of contests, basically, to develop a good chunk of the lore behind the game. So, like, background stories for the characters, background stories about the world that our metaverse exists in, and so on and so forth. So all of that is to say, this is again a community-led type of game that is not super common to see when you look at the landscape of Web3 games right now. So those are the 3 points. Sorry, I've been speaking for too long, but just to summarize them for you: one, quality of the game; two, the Web3 component coming to add ownership to players; and three, building together with the community.
Yeah, actually, the first thing actually is very impressive, because some gamers, some people, when they create some game, they didn't even some games. They are just like make this to make. Did you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Just for the
It's
money.
yeah, just for the money.
Yep.
But when you create something, people have fun. Actually, it's much more. How can I say that? It's much more looking good, and you can understand. You can understand it.
Yeah, well,
Exactly.
what I know from Meta Lordz is they build a game for the game and for the gamers, and
Yeah.
the whole earning and the whole money thing. Okay, it needs to be profitable, otherwise you cannot pay the salaries, you cannot pay the company. But it's not about the money; it's about creating a game. Fun first, money later.
Yeah. So I'm going to translate it right now. Evet arkadaşlar, sorumuz şuydu. Bir saniye, soruyu da bulayım hemen, kusura bakmayın. Sorumuz şuydu. Bu markette Meta Lordz'a benzeyen oyunlar var. Meta Lordz'u diğer oyunlardan ayıran şey nedir diye sormuştuk. İlk verdikleri cevap gerçekten hani ya oyuncular tarafından oluşturulan, sadece oyun yapmak için oluşturulmayan bir oyun olarak tasarlamaya çalışıyorlarmış. Hani asıl amaçları, asıl şeydeki, hani hedeflerindeki şeylerden birisi bu. İkincisi ise bildiğiniz gibi mesela bazı oyunlarda hesap satışı yasak ve bundan dolayı kazanç elde edemiyorsunuz. Bunun gibi olaylar var. Web3 sektörüne tam uyum sağlayıp gerçekten de oyuncuların kazanacakları bir ortam yaratmaya çalışıyorlar. Üçüncüsü ise her karakterin, eğer sitelerine girdiyseniz ve incelediyseniz şeyi görmüşsünüzdür. Her karakterin neredeyse bir hikayesi var. Bu şu an gelecek aşamada tamamlanacak ve daha da iyileştirilecek. Ve alınan feedbackler ve şeyler sayesinde oyunu aslında sadece oyun yapımcıları değil, hep birlikte yapmış olacağız demek istiyorlar. Şu ana kadar herhangi bir sorusu olan varsa, yani sorularınızı chatte sorabilirsiniz arkadaşlar. Toplayıp en sonunda 4 tane soru alacağız. Okay, so let's move on. Actually, my
Cool.
next question, my next question will be about the market or your marketing strategies. When the game released, which network will the game be on, and what are your global marketing strategies? You mentioned about it a little bit, but if you can, we want to hear much more.
Yeah, of course. So we're going to be on Near, and we decided to go with Near for a couple of reasons. The first one is just the technology itself. It's excellent. So for all the needs that we have for this game, Near sound looked like the perfect protocol to use and make sure that again it's a smooth experience. Thinking of players at the end of the day. Um, we also got I can say that because we've announced that we also were awarded the highest grant from Near, so we are a valued partner for them, what is of course great. We intend to lean on that partnership. So to to start answering the second part of the question, so the marketing strategies we've got and how we're taking this game to market. We of course plan to lean into this partnership with Nier because they are a massive community and people are very into it. In fact, NearCon happened last month and it was a phenomenal event with a lot of people and everyone very passionate. And you can just see everyone's like in build mode, even though the market is super down and all that stuff. The truth is, builders are going to build, and this is the time to do that, right? And this is exactly kind of the vibe I get from the new community, which I think it's excellent. It's second to none. The other key pillars of our strategy, as I mentioned, is we're going to start focusing on key regions, Turkey being one of them. Um, in those key regions, we're going to basically create a program to onboard different types of players and influencers, and we want again to have these players at the very heart of how we develop that game, and we want to develop um, deep relationships with these players. Not only because they're going to be giving us feedback and helping us to build the game, but because again we want to make sure that they feel like they really are driving this
They're,
game forward because they should be.
and they
Yeah,
are
sorry.
special, right?
Sorry, what was that?
They are special, right? The people who gave the feedback and gave the much more feedbacks, and they are always giving feedback about the game, and it makes it perfect.
Exactly, right. This is one of the key points. Like having these feedback sessions, and not only now, but as we continue to build the game, is fundamental for our development. It really is, and this is again one of the other reasons why we chose some specific regions that we know are really good at that kind of thing. Meaning they're really good players, therefore they can provide really excellent feedback. This is a strategy I've been using and I've seen like a long time. I've been working on the gaming industry for the best part of 10 years now. Um, and I had, I've launched some big games with companies like Activision, Blizzard, etc. And in those games, this has always been the strategy, which is you go to a region that that players really love that type of genre, and you deep dive into playtest sessions with those players to make sure that you polish the game to a level that when you take it globally, the game for sure will suffice and will be good enough for that global audience. So this is a key part of our strategy, right? Like tightening those relationships and building the game from specific regions, which we call our target regions. Together with that, we are also planning to do a lot of direct marketing, and by that I mean performance marketing.
Yeah.
We believe the quality of this game, and we trust that if you bring the right amount of people in, as in there's just a marketing term, right? But if you create the critical mass, which is a certain number of like a threshold of players, from there onwards growth is going to be a lot more organic. So one of
Yeah.
our plans again is to create this initial critical mass by using performance marketing, converting the right number of players, and from there we estimate and we believe the game is basically going to be self-sustaining.
Okay, I'm going to translate right now.
Yep.
Ee, Arkadaşlar sorumuz aslında şuydu. Küresel pazarlama stratejileriniz nelerdir? Sadece hani bu arada şeyden bahsedeyim. Kuzey Amerika'da oturuyormuş. Ve hani Türkiye'de az şu an bir ayakları var. Yani bir anlaşma, bir durumumuz var. Bunun yanında hani genel olarak yaptıkları şeyler hakkında bir fikir almak için soru sormuştum. Verdiği cevap ise şu şekildeydi. Ee, Kendi bölgelerine yakın olan yerlerden yüklü şekilde sponsorluk anlaşmaları yapmışlar. Bunun yanında ise az önce hani kim mevzuya tekrardan geliyor. Genel olarak zaten hani asıl amaçları ise farklı Türkiye gibi oyuncu kitlesi çekebilecekleri yerlerle anlaşıp onlardan feedback alıp oyunu tamamen bu şekilde geliştirmek. Hani ve oyunlarının gerçekten iyi olduklarını inanıyorlar ki bence de güzel. İnanıyorlar ve hani bu kısımda tamamen iyi olan bir şeyin tutacağını düşünüp o şekilde kendi bakış açılarını oyuna yansıtıyorlar diyebilirim. Okay, so let's move on. We have some question about the game and the people who don't know the name, uh, don't know the game. It will be much more good for them.
Sounds good. By
yeah.
the way, we can also show the game tonight. We can
Yeah,
fire it up and have a couple of us play just to show people how it looks like.
yeah, actually, it will be so good.
Yeah,
We
let's do
can,
that later.
yeah, we can do this in the end of the AMA, or we can do between the questions. We can do like 4 or 5 questions later.
Sounds good.
It's up to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. In Meta Lordz, will be there some mastery system or something like this? Some rules, maybe? Yeah.
Yes, there is, and this is a super important question. So, to summarize in one sentence, what we're trying to build in this game is a system that's easy enough for any player to pick up in 5 or 10 minutes and have fun, but deep enough to enable for players that can spend hours and hours on end to become true masters. And we understand and appreciate that mastery is one of the key factors that get players to continue to play a game, right? This is like human psychology. One of the key motivation factors for any human, not only for gaming but for anything, is actually mastery. So because of that, we are working really hard to create various systems in the game that will enable players to showcase that mastery. The key one that I can tell you right now is the leveling system that we are implementing for all of our characters. And by the way, all of this is on chain, right? So when you sell characters, when you buy them in the secondary marketplace and all that stuff, all of this carries over, right? And what is this system? It's a leveling system that works in the following way. Let's paint a picture. Let's assume you have a level 1 wizard, which you just bought of our marketplace. You're starting to play the game. You go and play a few matches on the PvP mode, and you win a handful of those matches. You lose a couple of other matches, and at the end of the day, you accumulate a certain amount of experience that lets you level up. So basically, for every match you play, you're gonna collect experience, or you're gonna gather experience, and as you progress and play more matches, you're gonna eventually be able to level up. These levels are gonna have basically two major functions in the game. The first one is every time you level up, you will be assigned a number of skill points that you can then, or rather, you be rewarded a number of skill points that you can then assign to specific attributes. So if you've played Diablo 2, I think that's a great example of what that looks like. It's like you level up, you get 5 skill points, you can then put that in either strength, intelligence, dexterity, wisdom, vitality, so on and so forth. Those skill points will directly affect your character, right? Meaning, if you are a barbarian and you put a lot of points in strength, you're going to have more HP and you're going to have more damage, for instance. But equally, every 10 levels, you then unlock a new skill in your skill tree. So these skills will be basically a bit, again, up for you to choose which one you want to invest your points in, and they will shape your character. So the gist of that is 2 level 90 wizards will be completely different. Maybe one focused on being, focusing on, I don't know, being more of a damage dealer, glass cannon type of thing, with, I don't know, a bunch of spells based on fire. Because let's say maybe that wizard has a bunch of items that are fire based and are increasing the fire damage and so on and so forth. And maybe the other level 90 wizard excuse me,
Yeah.
it's going to be focused on something else like wisdom, and have spells based on, I don't know, lightning, right? Sorry, give me 1 second. I just drink some water.
You can translate.
All right, I'm dying. And now I'm back. Sorry, just to finish the point. So, so you have that, right? So this skill-based system based on experience and skill points is going to be
Actually, you can go to
right
drink
now.
water. We can wait. It doesn't matter. I can translate them this part, and we can
Yeah.
wait a little bit.
Yeah, do that. Translate the first part,
Yeah,
and then we go back
okay,
to the second
okay.
part.
You don't have to rush. Arkadaşlar bu olan kısma kadar çevireceğim. Sormak istediğim şey şuydu. Oyunda herhangi bir ustalık amacımız var mı? Yani ustalık sistemi var mı? Varsa nasıl olacak? Ustalıktan kastımı da oyun devamında açıklayacağız. Oyunda şöyle bir ustalık sistemi oluyor arkadaşlar. Diyelim marketten 1 level'lık bir karakter aldınız. Oynadığınız oyun başına belli bir XP alıyorsunuz. Kazandığınız takdirde daha fazla, kaybettiğiniz takdirde tabii daha az olacak şekilde. Ve bu skill'lerinizi çeşitli şeylere dağıtabiliyorsunuz. Güç, yani o strength dediği, hani hem canınızın hem saldırı gücünüzün arttığı, işte hani büyücülük, dexterity falan, aranızda Metin 2 oynayan evet vardır, hani biliyorsunuzdur. Tam olarak şu an aklımda yok tam neleri saydığını. Onun için white paper inceleyebilirsiniz. Çeşitli yetenekleri çeşitli karakterlere göre sıralamanız lazım. Yani tabii büyücü için mesela strength vermeniz çok mantıklı olmayacaktır. Ve her 10 level'da bir yetenek ağacınızdan yeni bir yetenek açabiliyorsunuz. Bu yetenek ağacınızdan açtığınız yetenekler ise sizin aslında oyun biçiminiz, oyun stilinizi belirleyecek şekilde oluyor. Şu ana kadar konuşulan kısım buydu. Yani hemen biraz hasta olduğu için galiba bir su içmeye gitti. Geldiği zaman tekrardan devam edeceğiz. O süreç zarfında isterseniz siz de oyun hakkında bir görüşünüzü söyleyin. Oyunla şey yapmak için de, test sürümünü oynamak için de yukarıda bir yerde atılmıştı ama yani şurada. Hemen sizlere paylaşayım. Buradan oyunun da test sürümünü oynayabilirsiniz. Yani oyunun test sürümünü oynamak için şey yapabilirsiniz. Oyun hakkında görüşleriniz neler? Beğendiniz mi? Hani ilk izlenimi olanlar şey yapabilir veya daha önce oynamış olanlar da değişiklikler hakkında şey yapabilir. Yeni bir bu arada şeyimiz de açıldı. Nedir ona? Çekilişimiz de açıldı. Hemen oradan tekrardan çekilişe katılabilirsiniz.
All right, should we continue the second part?
Yeah. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm not
Yeah,
dead.
yeah,
So that's a good
nice.
start.
Yeah, it's a nice thing.
No, I don't know. I had something stuck in my throat. It's all good now. So that's system number 1, which is very important, right?
Yeah.
The second system that's going to add for a lot of depth, and actually let me add, together with system number 1, I only talked about leveling up of characters, but the same thing applies to items as well. So we're going to have, of course, a bunch of weapons, armors, blah, blah, blah. All of those are going to be NFTs, and all of those are going to be upgradable. So again, borrowing from classic RPGs, imagine you have a character that you can fully customize and level up and spend a lot of time, deepening yourself into, if you like. And equally, you have a weapon system and a skill base and a skill system that is also going to allow for exactly the same thing. So you can specialize in a bunch of different types of skills, and you can level up your weapons and so on and so forth. So that is a lot of depth already. But we didn't want to stop on the depth of the meta game, because all of these points in theory are part of the meta game, right? Meaning they aren't the final gameplay or the gameplay element in and of itself. These are things that enable for your gameplay, aka a meta game. So the second point here is the gameplay itself is being created in a way that requires a lot of mastery to be truly good at that stuff. And even today, when we only had like maybe a few hundred people playing the game, we can already notice the level difference between people that have played more and less. We have a few people in our community that have played the game for quite a while now. They've been participating in the first round of playtests we did a few months back, and now the second one. And you can already see the level, between those types of players and people that are just starting to play the game now. And that's because you can kind of easily start to learn the mechanics and understand the best way to drive your character, the timings of your spells, and also and so on and so forth. In fact, our game studios, our game director, and so on and so forth, they have thousands of hours of like RPGs, especially Dota, Dota 2, and League of Legends a little bit as well. So these guys, and they have dissected all of that. They've built games like that. So these guys are adding a bunch of technical elements into the very core of our game that will enable players to add literally that dexterity, right? That
Yeah.
mechanical kind of depth of being super kind of fine tuned in controlling your character. So this is the second big point that's going to add depth. So the first one is of course the leveling and the metagame, but the second point is playing the thing. Even if everyone had the same level and the same spells and the same thing, you would already be kind of deep, because just like controlling the characters and playing the game is gonna enable for that depth. But combining those two systems, I mean, we are really excited with this stuff. The small bit that we've seen so far, it's really telling us that we anticipate some people are going to get really good at this game, and this is very exciting for us.
Yeah. Actually, I have one more question about the section one. For example, I give some points but I didn't like it, so I want to change something. So can we get our points back? Is there something like undo, or I don't know? Or when we give some points to our some abilities, should we play with this thing?
I see we have our game director here listening to that, so I hope he doesn't kill me if I'm giving away too much. But those things are still being discussed, so I'm going to ask you to say this with a caveat, because things can change. But
Yeah.
right now, we are looking into a way of letting players respec, because we understand respecking can be a big part of games, and we not necessarily want to enforce players to always have to replay the hours, thousands of hours they might have spent in that specific character, just to change one or two skills that they've chosen, let's say, months ago before they actually knew the type of build that they're going for. So we are looking at systems to respec, either item-based systems or quest-based systems, right? Like you have to do whatever quest, and you go to the Fountain of Youth, and then there you can respec in the meaning of like there you are blessed with the light of the god, whatever, and then you respec. So we're thinking about respecking systems, and that's all I can say before our game director sends me a very angry WhatsApp message right now. So I'm gonna stop there.
Okay. I'm not going to ask further. But I'm going to say one more thing.
How am I doing
To
in chat? How am I doing in chat?
actually, yeah, actually, you are really okay. I'm reading the chat, and it's quite impressive. Are you using translator, or you know something about Turkish? Okay, let's move on. uh,
From the little I know of Bart, I'm sure he doesn't speak Turkish.
No,
I mean,
it's
he
Google
speaks many
Translate.
languages. Turkish is not one of them, I
Google
yeah,
Translate.
okay.
Copy paste in
Uh,
Google
Sorry, do you
Translate.
wanna?
yeah, actually, that sometimes I do it too. So it's completely okay.
Do you wanna translate this last bit to the community? Because I think we've covered quite a bit.
Yeah, but I'm going to summarize, and you can correct me uh, if it's not true. So,
Okay.
and about section 2, everyone can play Meta Lords, but if someone wants to play well, they have to try it so much more, right?
Sorry, I didn't get that.
Uh, Everyone can play Meta Lords, but if some people wants to play much more well, So they have to try much more. And the mastery part is about it, right?
That's right. Yes.
Okay, I'm going to translate it.
Yep.
Arkadaşlar ikinci kısımda şöyle oluyor. İkinci kısımda ise şundan bahsetti diye daha doğrusu giriş yapmam daha doğru olur. Sadece karakterinize level'ını arttırmakta kalmıyorsunuz. Aynı anda silahınızın da level'ını arttırıyor. Silahlarınızın, ekipmanlarınızın da level'ını arttırabiliyorsunuz. Bunun yanında oyunu aslında hani ilgi çekici kılan noktalardan birisi ise şu. Sadece şey değil, nasıl anlatabilirim? Sadece karakterlerin level'ları falan değil. İyi oynamak istiyorsanız gerçekten oyun için çabalamanız lazım. Bazı oyunlar gibi sürekli yenilik gelip kompleks şeyler yapabilecekleri bir şey değil. Ama aradaki farkı kapatmak için de gerçekten iyi oynadığınız takdirde hani o tryhard şekilde oynadığınız takdirde gerçekten hani hem yetenek olarak hem de oyundan aldığınız keyif bazında değerlendirirsek ikisinin de artacağını söyleyebiliriz. Okay. I'm going to move on if you are ready, guys.
Yes, let's do it.
Yeah.
Can I quickly interject, and I'll just actually say something really quickly because
Yeah.
I've received a few messages here of people asking stuff about the giveaway, and so have the guys on my team. Just to be really clear, the giveaway is quite simple. So the Gleam stuff is you follow the different social media channels of both, of course, Troy, Versagames, and Meta Lordz. And we have 3 playtest sessions that we're running next week on the 19th, the 21st, and 23rd. What you got to do is sign up for one of those sessions or all of them if you want to play the game many times. And then after participating in that session, take a screenshot of the game, post on your social media, Twitter, and let us know what you think. That will qualify you for the giveaway. And then on the following week, commencing 24, we're going to be doing the draw to pick the lucky winners. So just so everybody knows, because a lot of people are asking me, oh my God, have I missed out? I haven't played the game. Does it mean I'm not going to be part of the giveaway? No, there's still time. You can still sign up for the 3 sessions we have next week, and it's all good.
Yeah, okay, I'm going to translate it.
Yep.
Burada soru yoktu arkadaşlar. Sadece çekiliş hakkında bazı sorular gelmiş. Çekilişi kazanırsanız şöyle bir şeye düşmemeniz gerekiyor. Yani ben oyunu oynamadım, denemedim, ekran görüntüsü almadım tarzında. Önümüzdeki 3 hafta boyunca oyun session'ları olacak. Yani oyun kısımları oyun oynayabileceğiz zamanlar olacak. O kısımlara o zaman diliminde oynayıp hatta her mesajım onu post şey olarak atabilirsen çok sevinirim. Hani oyun şeylerin atıldığı, randevu alındığı. Bu kısımdan oyun şeyi alıp Batu'nun attığı şeyden formu doldurup ekran görüntüsü alıp bunu sosyal medya hesabınızda paylaşırsanız ve Meta Lordz'u etiketlerseniz çekilişi yani kazandıysanız yine ödülünüzü alacaksınız. Yani herhangi bir şekilde şey düşmenize gerek yok. Devam edelim. So let's move on. I translated it.
Cool.
I played this game in the how can I say that alpha stage, and it was so simple. You just open the game and you write your name and you can play the game. But in future, will be there any different modes or something you explained a little bit more? But we want to hear much more.
Yeah, sure. So for sure, I mean, just to start with this, in the future, the hub of the game itself is not going to be like a screen where you just pick your character, type your name, and start. The whole meta game and the hub of the game is really going to be a medieval town. That will be our medieval metaverse. So think like you have your wizard, for instance, and you're going to be using your character to walk around. With that character, you'll be able to trade, you'll be able to hang out with your friends, you'll be able to do raids, as I mentioned before, the World of Warcraft example. So team up with your friends and battle big bosses and stuff like that. You'll be able to go player versus player, you'll be able to do single player missions, be it specific quests to get some sort of rewards like the respecking thing I was telling you about, or even a potentially like a whole solo single player experience, deep diving basically the lore of each specific character. So there's going to be a lot more. I mentioned, of course, the game modes, but the other key component that we are also working on is the characters themselves. So right now, of course, we have 5 classes. 3 months ago, we had like 4 classes when we initially launched the first gameplay. The first play test with the community. Now we already have added a new class, which is the Rogue, which, if you ask me, is the best one. It's a lot of fun to play with her.
İşte I'm an archer guy. So I like the archer when I play it. It was so
There you
strong.
go.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, the archer is still pretty fun to. It requires a lot of skill though. You have to have timing. You have to have
I like the
a lot of
rogue.
skill to play. Yeah. But anyway, one of the things that, of course, we're going to continue to work on is, in fact, many more classes. And we understand that this is another way of, again, keeping the game fresh and adding depth and so on and so forth. So yeah, I hope this answers your question. There's a lot that we're working on right now, including game modes, new classes, the medieval town in and of itself, and a lot of other stuff.
Okay. I'm going to translate it right now. Arkadaşlar sorumuz ileride daha farklı oyun modları olacak mıydı? Bundan yaklaşık 4-5 ay önce, 4 ay önce buradaki Hector'larla oyunu denediğimiz zaman oyunda sadece oyuna girebiliyordunuz. İsminizi yazıp oyuna çat diye giriş yapabiliyordunuz. Ama gelecek için düşündükleri şey aslında bir nevi bir orta çağ teması şeklinde bir açık dünya oluşturup orada hem arkadaşlarınızla çeşitli loncalar, klanlar kurup veya da tek başınıza oynamak istiyorsanız direkt PvP girip oynayabileceğiniz bir oyun şekli olacak. Hani önceden bu tarz oyunlarda mesela atıyorum sallıyorum tamamen Sanalika tarzında düşünebilirsiniz bir nevi yani. Kalan kısım için ise oyuna tabii ki sürekli olarak hani şey olarak eklemeler olacak. Örneğin karakterler eklenecek, haritalar eklenecek, bunun gibi şeyler olacak. So I translated so we can move on.
Sounds good.
As you know, we talk about the achievement thing in the master section, and some people want to play competitive games. So will be there. How will the league system be, or will it be? So I will be appreciate if you can explain it.
Sure. So we're going to have a full league system implemented in game, and basically that's going to function in a way that basically the simplest way to put it is we're going to have different leagues, and what's going to dictate which league level you're at is what we call the MMR. The MMR is a score that we're going to attribute to each individual player, and that would be a reflection of that player's basically skill level, right? And then many metrics go into calculating that MMR. And when I say many, it's really like a lot of metrics. From your like win ratio, meaning how many matches you usually win on average, all the way down to very specific metrics such as like your clicks per minute, your response time, your KD ratio, so kills and deaths, and so on and so forth. So that MMR is effectively going to function as a score to divide the players into the different types of leagues.
Oh,
The
it will be
naming,
detailed, right?
yes, you'd be very detailed because we understand how important it is to have a fair MMR. This is basically going to dictate how fun the experience is to everyone, right? Because it's not fair if you match a player that's like super high level with a beginner. Both of
Yeah.
them are going to have a terrible experience because the beginner is going to be crushed and the high level player is going to be like, well, this is no fun. I'm just destroying the other player. So we understand how important this is, and we are spending a lot of time actually, creating that algorithm, which is, by the way, something that is very much like alive. It's not an algorithm you create and then you leave it on the side and it just works. It's something that you have to continue to fine tune every time you release a new character, a new patch, a new update, a new weapon, a new system, a new it's basically a thing that continues to transmute and continues to be improved because it requires that. So that's basically how it works. Each player is going to have a score based on a bunch of factors, and that score is going to dictate which league basically that player is going to be part of. To determine that score when you are a beginner, you're going to play a number of matches. After that number of matches, you're going to be assigned that initial score. And of course, as you win matches, your score increases and you progress to higher level leagues. If you lose matches, your score decreases and then you are demoted to lower level leagues. Of course, those leagues are going to have different levels of prizes, and we do actually intend to have the higher of leagues to be basically a professional league. So the level of prizes that are going to be going on in that league are literally like, if you are a professional player, our ambition is to enable that kind of player to live off of our game, right? Very much like people live off of League of Legends and so many other games. And there are many ways of doing that. But we do have those players close, really at the forefront of our mind, of course, as all the other players. But we are not neglecting the higher level players either, because we understand, because this game can be so deep, we want to reward people that are spending a lot of time to learn this game and master it.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to translate it right now. Arkadaşlar sorumuz şu şekildeydi. Yakın zamanda yani bildiğiniz gibi bazı insanlar rekabetçi oyunlar oynamaktan keyif alır. Herhangi bir lig sistemi olacak mı? Olacaksa da nasıl olacağı yönündeydi. Tamamen şu şekilde işliyor. Oyuna yani tamamen ilk yeni girdiğiniz zaman yeni bir hesabınız oluyor ve belli bir sayıda maç attıktan sonra herhangi bir lige yerleşiyorsunuz. Tamamen aslında bir MMR sistemi üzerinden dönüyor mevzu. Oyun kaybettikçe MMR'ınız azalıyor, kazandıkça artıyor ve bu liglerin kendine has ödülleri olacak. Ödüller hakkında çok fazla bilgi vermedi ama kendine has şekilde dediğim gibi ödülleri olacak. Eğer daha yüksek ligdeyseniz bu aldığınız ödül daha da artacak. Eğer daha düşük bir ligdeyseniz aldığınız ödül daha da azalacak. Ya daha da azalacak demeyeyim, daha az olacak diye açıklayabilirim. Okay, so let's move on.
Cool. Let me suggest really quick, because I appreciate. So Bart is of course one of our partners from Versagames, and he's also here to play with us and to show the game and stuff. So let me suggest to jump into that, because I appreciate he actually has another meeting after this one that he has to jump to in not too long. So should we do a little bit of a gameplay session just so people see the game?
I'm okay. I rescheduled the meeting.
Oh, awesome! Cool.
Yeah.
Good to
So
know.
that's. I didn't want any stress, and it was already so much stress from the launch with QuickSwap and Polygon. So that was. I didn't want that, so I planned the whole evening, and I'm really enjoying myself speaking Turkish in the chat.
Okay. So we can do this later.
Yeah, but I have a question, because we're in a stage, in a Discord stage, and in a Discord stage you cannot share your screen. So we actually have to move to a different AMA channel where we can, and we're only with 60 people. So with us, it's 64 in a normal AMA chat or in a normal AMA voice chat, because there we can share the screen.
Actually, in later, I can do some stream or something like this, because like you said, we have to transfer this all people from the different channel, and then we have to transfer them to up to right here. So it will be much more hard, I believe that. So
But then we cannot show the game.
Yeah, let me ask my friend. So if we can set things up, and then after then we can do it. Okay?
Sure. Go party.
Ege, şey yapabilir misin ya? Bir oyun yayını açmak istiyorlar da. Bunun için bir kanal açıp herkesin mikrofonun kapalı olduğu bir şey ayarlayabilir misin? Rica etsem. Yaptığında da bana mesaj atarsan hemen ayarlarız. Da nasıl ayarlayacağız bilmiyorum. Öyle bir şey mümkün mü? Yaz bana hemen. Yaparız. Tamamdır. So my friends will be set things up. So after that we can stream the game and then we can continue. So
Tell your friend he's the best.
Yeah. Thank you, Ege.
Should we take
So
another question while they set it up?
yeah, we can go on, and then when he finishes things up, he gonna text me, and we can transfer them to people.
Beautiful.
So you talk about the medieval theme, and when the people click to play, they're gonna to summon to something like medieval thing. So then when I read the white paper, I saw something about the land. So can you explain me the lands, or can you give me further information about the lands?
Yeah, so lands are going to be a component that is going to be really important further down the line in Meta Lords. Again, all of this is still going to be, decided and, worked on. But right now, the way we see lands is we want to use it as a means to, again, empower the players to do stuff that they wouldn't be able to do without lands. And by that we mean, of course, there's going to be a base builder element to this because it only makes sense for players to have like their bases and to have like friends visiting and stuff like that, as you'd expect. But beyond that, we want land to actually have direct utility in the other gameplay elements. So, for instance, one of the things that we're thinking about with land is just like using it as a means to create resources. So, for instance, let's say to update your weapon, you need resource A. I'm just gonna call it A for now. Maybe one of the ways to get that resource A is to actually plant it in your land or build something in your land that's going to give you that resource, depending on what it is, right? So let's say if it's like, I don't know, stone, maybe you need a quarry, and you can have a quarry depending, um, and so on and so forth. So we want to really link. We don't want land to just be like an asset that people are going to be selling and it's speculative, but there's really no there's no need for land to exist, because we actually discussed just not having land if at some point we're like, well, if it's just a speculative thing, we don't want it. But then actually we started with thinking and realized quickly that one, it can add a lot of value because it can enable for these like time-based gameplay elements that other types of mechanisms wouldn't, from a base building perspective, from a resource management perspective. So that's how we're looking at land as another system that we're going to have in the game to deepen the choice that players have basically in how to play Meta Lords.
No, it's a nice thing, and my friend set things up. I'm going to translate it, and then we can go to on the bottom Meta Lords channel, so we can stream.
Good days. Let's
Yeah.
go.
But I have to first translate it. Arkadaşlar oyunda arsa sistemi var. Arsa sistemi aslında diğer bildiğiniz arsa sistemleri gibi olmayacak. Nasıl bir farkı olacak? Oyunda silahınızı geliştirmek için A materyali diyelim, yani öyle açıkladı. A materyaline ihtiyacınız var. A materyalini ise o aldığınız tarla, arazide ekip büyüterek elde edebiliyorsunuz. Yani hani elde etmenin yollarından birisi bu. Veya da satın alabilirsiniz. Tamamen aslında hani bomboş bir arsa sisteminden öte böyle bir sistem üzerine kurup böyle bir sistem üzerine şey yapmayı düşünmüşler. Yani arsa sistemiyle ilgili söyleyeceğimiz şeyler de bu kadar. Okay, so let's move on. I'm going to text him so we can stream.
Sounds good. Yep.
Look at that, how smooth. Thank you.
Yeah, he's quick, right?
Great.
I want him for my Discord.
Actually, no, we can give him.
But he speaks English. He speaks English, right?
No, he can't. Actually, yeah.
Why don't I believe that?
Yeah, just trust me. He can't. He can actually.
Yeah.
He can even speak Turkish.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
What,
He
so
actually
you
doesn't speak at all.
Yeah, so you were actually talking in what language just now to him? How do you explain it? Because
Hand sign?
you speak Turkish and English, but you also speak different languages.
Yeah, actually, we talk with him in hand sign.
Oh
So,
man, yeah. You have to
So,
translate this. This was funny.
Yes, actually, so it was kind of hard, so we can give him right now. So, okay, you can stream right now. I believe that. I think.
Yes. Do you wanna go ahead and do it, Bart? By the way,
I don't have the game.
Huh?
You gave me you didn't give me the game. I'm streaming over YouTube now.
Oh, I thought you had the build.
No, then just give me a link and it's installed like in a second.
Yeah,
I
sure.
have a very
I'll send
fast
it.
computer.
We can continue with the questions. Hang on, give me 1 second. I just grab the link for you.
Is it fast as Ege? Huh?
It's really fast.
Okay.
It's an Intel i9 latest model with GTX 3090 titanium.
Oh, it's
Damn.
looking cool.
Yeah, with 256 gigabyte RAM and 4 terabyte in solid state NVMe.
I just have one.
Yeah, there's always got to be somebody bigger and better, right?
Yeah, I envy. Actually, one is enough. One is actually it's pretty big.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Arkadaşlar yayın açacak. Onu bekliyoruz. Az kalsın bir de Ege'yi kaptırıyorduk. Orada hemen şeyledik.
Okay, I'm just getting the link for you. Just 1 second. By the way, I'm just gonna throw it out there. I'm seeing a bunch of people in the chat that have played the alpha before. So the game is literally live now. So if you want to jump in and play with us, feel free to do so. We're using the same old ML78 for tonight. And Bart and everyone else actually that wants to download the game, the link is which chat? I'm gonna throw it in the AMA chat. So if
Yeah,
anyone
Then you will get a warning from the bot.
if anyone wants to download the game,
he's special. He didn't get the warning.
that's the one.
I know he's special. I know that he's special.
Oh wow, I feel very privileged now.
Yeah, but
Or not. I don't know.
Not in the way you think it is.
Exactly that. Look, go.metalords.com/game. And yeah, you can just download it, Bart. Should we so Etov, should we do one more question while the rest of the team joins the game?
Yeah, we can. But I have to
Well, it's the same game as before. I thought it was a complete new one.
As before as when? When was the last time you played?
the last time in the Discord with us.
Was that 78? I don't remember. Well, if it's the same number, if it's 78, is the
Will
same.
it update itself, or is it?
If it's, I mean, just double check the build number. If it's 78, it's the same. If not, it's a different one.
So I'm going to ask you one more question.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We talk about the earnings section, and as you know, a lot of players play the Web3 games to earn some money, right?
That's right.
So,
yeah.
So can you explain the coin earning system, and if it doesn't go as you expected, do you have plan B or plan C or whatever you call?
Yes, we do. So that's another good question, right? I think sorry, I'm just gonna actually hang on, give me 1 second. I'm gonna exit the game because people are killing me left and right, and I'm not even playing. so I'm gonna exit before Bart finishes downloading the game. And sorry, let me just actually Give me 1 second.
I don't.
Okay. Did you get the link part?
Yeah, I have the link. I'm downloading it. It's at 60%.
Okay.
There's
sweet.
1 minute left.
Cool. I'll take the question and then we can jump in. Thank you. So back to the question. So this is really important, right? And I'm gonna suggest that all of you who haven't had the chance of looking at our white paper to look at the game economics section of the white paper specifically, because there we really dissect on how we plan to tackle this. Again, we understand that this is going to be an economy that requires people to both put money in and take money out. But we want to make sure that regardless of people like, doubling their earnings or tripling the price of the NFTs, blah, blah, blah, people are there to have a good experience, to have fun in the game. So that this is not a game and it's not a place that people go to say, hey, I want to make a little bit of money. I'm going to work on this thing and just like make as much money as I can and then leave. On the contrary, we want this to be a community of players that are playing for fun. And sure, if you put the time in and you have the skills, etc., you will be making a decent chunk of money. As I mentioned, we do want to enable people to potentially live off of this thing. Oh, sorry, I'm getting messages here of people asking to like which channel they should be on. I think there's a few people on the AMA channel still, or they're trying to go there and kind of they're missing out. But anyway, sorry.
Actually, they are talking about the stream. We didn't start the stream right now. It's gonna start in soon when the Bart download the game, and then we can start. But we
Yeah.
have to wait a little bit, and then we can go on.
Cool. So just to wrap up the question then. So again, we understand how important it is to have sustainability in the model. And instead of saying, hey, we're doing this and we're going to have, this system for the tokens and we expect this many transactions and stuff, the model is actually going to be very simple. We are going to basically tie the level of rewards that we have to all of the different types of players to your level in those different types of leagues that I was mentioning before. So effectively, the better you are in the game and the more time you devote in the game, the higher the rewards you can get. Now, we're talking about rewards specifically, but then there's of course the value of the NFT itself, which basically means that if you spend a lot of time and you grind, a lot through the game and you get a level 1 character and make it a level 50 character, we are pretty confident that people that do not want to spend all that time grinding will go to the secondary marketplace and buy that level 50 character, meaning you have basically a real opportunity to spend some time playing the game, leveling up your character, leveling up your gear, and then going to the secondary marketplace and selling that if you wish to do so. So as the gist of this is we're going to have many mechanisms to enable players to get rewards and to generate value out of this game. But the key point here is we do not want to create an economy that, let's say, reward people just for going in, not playing, and trying to speculate on the price, or buy and sell and do dumps and pumps and dumps and stuff like that. Because this is not what we build this game for. We build this game for the players. So we want to make sure that if people are willing to put the time in, play the game, of course, have fun, and so on and so forth, the reward they're going to get is going to be directly proportional to that, the time spent in game.
No, it's nice. So I'm going to translate it, and if
Yep.
the Bart is ready, so we can start the stream. Arkadaşlar şu şekilde olacak sistem. Şey yapıyorsunuz yani oyunda aslında para kazanmanız için 2 tane metodunuz var şu anlık. Elbet bir yan planları daha var. Ondan pek bahsetmek istemedim. Ama asıl mekanikler şöyle başlıyor. Siz oyuna girip sadece izleyerek kazanmanızı istemiyorlar. Sadece hani durup kazanmanızı istemiyorlar. Bir şeyler kazanmak için oyun hakkında çaba sarf etmeniz lazım bir nevi. Nasıl çaba sarf etmeniz lazım? Çaba sarf etme kısmı da ikiye ayrılıyor. İyi oynayıp oyunda kazanıp belli bir miktar coin elde edebilirsiniz. Veya da karakterlerinizi level'ını yükseltip karakterini satabilirsiniz. Tamamen aslında buna bağlı kalmaya çalışıyorlar. Yani indirme sistemleri bu şekilde. Şu anda yayınımız açıldı. And the stream is live right now. Everyone can join the stream.
Let's go.
But you're
Evet,
you're
yani-
you're on a Mac, right? You're on a
Me?
Mac, or yeah, or you're on a
Yeah.
PC right now.
No, so my Discord is on a Mac.
Oh, your
But I
Discord
do
is
have
on.
Yeah, I have a PC beside me, and that's where I'm playing from. That's why I can't.
Okay.
I can't screen share.
Oh, you want to eat for those for two sides, right? Yeah, I understand.
Actually, in this stream, there are some rules, and the maximum 15 people can join it. So I'm going to stream your stream.
What you can actually the Discord channel can be just up to 99 people. Also for stream.
No, really?
Yeah, it's also everybody can see can see my screen if you up the number.
Oh, okay then. So everyone can join the stream, and stream is live right now.
All right. Good to go. I am in the game right now. And I see a lot of people
Oh.
joining. Good days.
So you play Assassin, right? Oh, the game changed a lot.
It has, yes.
And when I play, it wasn't like this. It was so much more. How can I say that? It was much more simple.
Yep. No, for sure. A lot has happened in this last couple months. Yeah, we've been spending a lot of time in this game. Okay, restarting the match. Let's get going.
I'm going to talk Turkish right now because most of them is Turk. So
Yeah, please,
I'm
please
going
do.
to explain some things. Arkadaşlar mesela az önce gördüğünüz karakter bizim Assassin çarı vuran karakter Berserk'ti. Yani savaşçıydı, warrior'du. Düz vuruşlarıyla daha fazla hasar veriyor. Daha çok melee bir karakter. Hani amacı gizlilik falan değil. Mesela bakın az önce yanında bir anda birisi belirdi. Assassin karakterinin özelliklerinden birisi görünmez olarak etrafta dolaşabiliyor. Şu an etrafta az önce şey atanda mesela hani görünmez olsa bile hasar yiyebiliyor gördüğünüz gibi. And as you can see, the people who play assassin, even if invisible, he can take the damage. So don't jump to some skill shot.
I love that I can see Bard's screen.
Yeah,
and
but
see
I
his
haven't
invisibility. love this.
I haven't played so much for so long.
We should.
We can understand it.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't care, right? Because I have to save the stream.
Can everyone watch it? I hope
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So that's the game, guys. This is the first part they were building. It's starting to look a lot more solid. Again, I hope you have a chance to play it. Definitely sign up. I'm gonna ask Kushal, one of our community managers, to post the link there in the AMA chat for you guys to sign up. But let's definitely play together next week. I'd love to hear your
They
thoughts
don't
on
want
this.
they don't want to play.
Right. Why would
No,
anyone?
actually they are curious about it.
I was constantly walking behind you,
Come on.
and I
I'm
didn't
looking at
attack,
the
and I
screen right
didn't
now.
attack you.
Arkadaşlar Kuşal'ın şeyde paylaştığı, EMA chat'te paylaştığı linkten gelecekte sizle birlikte oynamak için kayıt olabilirsiniz. Yani eğer siz de denemek
But it's
isterseniz.
Sorry.
Yeah, it doesn't problem. So you can go on.
Finally, I got a kill.
Yani gördüğünüz gibi arkadaşlar hem çeşitli skill'leriniz var. Ya sağ tıkla yanlış hatırlamıyorsam en son sağ tıkla yürüyordunuz. Sol tıkla da normal düz vuruşlarınızı atabiliyorsunuz. Bu karakterlerin hasarları şeyden şeye değişebiliyor.
Or the gladiator or the warriors also the barbarian is also nice.
Yeah, actually, but like I said, I'm an archer guy.
Oh, this is chaos. Jesus.
Fuck you, black sheep. That's I know who that is. I know who that is. That's the one I killed last time constantly. You got the practice, right?
Let's just say Black Sheep was tired of coming last. To put a few hours in, you know?
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly. But it's
We're proud of-
damn. This is freaking awesome. It looks so much better. So much better.
You haven't played this version, have you? This
No,
was-
I haven't.
Yeah. Glad to hear, man.
Yeah,
This is one of the new maps, by the way.
especially with the shading. Is damn, the doorbell goes. Just a second.
Yeah.
Arkadaşlar ping sorunu çözülmüş mü oynayanlar daha önce şey yapanlar? Sizde pingler kaç? Link yazabilirseniz. When we play last, there was some ping issues. I believe that it's fixed as well.
Yes. Very fixed. And in fact, we're going to deploy servers, local servers, to all of these key regions, including Turkey. So the ping there should be excellent.
It's so good because you can understand it when you play the game with ping. It's so disgusting, right? I
Yeah.
don't know the right word, but it's
I think disgusting is the right word. It is
yeah,
disgusting.
yeah.
It is pretty bad.
Arkadaşlar
Evet.
yakın zamanda yani ana bölgelere sunucu açmayı planlıyorlarmış. Türkiye'de onlardan birisiymiş. Yani oyunu pingsiz bir şekilde oynayabileceğiz. Bu güzel bir şey. Yani zamanında pingle ilgili ne sıkıntılar verdik. Hector'lar bilir. Yani normal üyelerimiz de bilir aslında takipte olan. Ama bu oyunda öyle bir sıkıntımız olmayacakmış. You can hide like this. Arkadaşlar oyunu gördükten sonra kafanızda canlanan veya merak ettiğiniz bir şey varsa onları şimdi yazabilirsiniz.
They're also not backing down, right?
Yeah, they're fluent.
Motherfuckers. Sorry.
All right, 3 minutes for this match.
Can you zoom in or zoom out, or is it this is the
You
default thing? You can?
You can zoom in and out. The camera also centers again and also kind of zooms out again. But yes, we are implementing actually a variety of different camera chops. When Bart comes back, I'll ask him. You can just use the
Yeah,
mouse
I'm here.
scroll wheel. There you go.
Uh,
You can use the mouse scroll wheel to zoom in.
Evet, Hilda oluyormuş. In soon, yes, you can play in iOS or Android.
Yeah, so this is going to be next year. This year we are releasing a PC and a Mac version, and next year we're having iOS, Android.
It will be like cross-platform, or the mobile player can play with each other and PC gamer play with each other, or
it's
something different else.
It's going to be cross-platform because we want
Yeah.
everyone together. Yep.
Yeah, it's nice.
And,
Cross-platform.
just
Yeah, go on and then I can translate.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, just so everybody knows as well, the playtest right now is PC only.
Bu playtest aşaması sadece şu an mobilde var, bilgisayarda varmış arkadaşlar. Yakın zamanda gelecek olan telefon, iOS ve Android güncellemesi ise cross platform olarak olacak. Cross cross platform ne derseniz de aynı anda bilgisayardaki bir oyuncuyla telefondaki bir oyuncu oyunu rahatça oynayabilecek diye söyleyebilirim. AFK kalsak da çekilsek yani yararlanabilirsiniz. Normal EMA çekilişlerimiz bitti. Gleam çekilişinden yararlanabilirsiniz. Ama kalmamanızı öneririm çünkü
Motherfuckers.
güzel bilgilerimiz ve şu an ekranda gördüğünüz gibi bir gameplay'imiz var.
I hate this game.
Are you playing or are you just AFK?
No, I'm here and I can't even get into the game and then already get ganked.
Actually, we talk about it with our hackers when we play in past when we try the game. There was something like base kill.
Look at those guys go.
In soon, is it gonna fix or?
Yes. So just so everybody knows, this map is actually a team map. So we created this map to be a Team A versus Team B map, and that's why you have like both of these sides, and you people respawn right now just beside the enemy, but in reality, you're only gonna respawn beside your friends.
Yeah,
The
I
map
play.
You're not my friends at the moment.
You have no friends in this game right now. Everyone wants to kill you.
I don't have
Everyone's
friends
out
at
for you,
all.
Bart. well, that's a whole different issue.
In past, while we are trying, we play like 8 cross-platform map. You can spawn in 8 place.
Exactly.
It was a big map. I remember, but not so much. And in corner, you can take the hill thing.
Exactly. So this map still exists. It's the lava map. But right now, so the map we played is actually 4 teams. So it's a completely different thing, and that's why you see that our free-for-all map is indeed a lot bigger. Okay, I think we can stop streaming now. Just wanted to show you guys like 1 or 2 matches like we've done. I think we can probably maybe take one question more and wrap it up.
Yeah. But I'm going to translate the past part, then we can go on.
Sounds good.
Arkadaşlar şöyle, daha önce biz oynadığımız zaman tartıştığımız şeylerden birisi şuydu. Base skill çok fazla olabiliyor. Yakın zamanda bunun önüne geçecekler. Bu haritada olmamasının nedeni ise bu aslında bir takım haritası. Yani takımınızla girdiğiniz zaman hani bu durumlar daha az şey oluyor. Burada hani mesela çok daha fazla kaosun olmasının sebebi aslında bir nevi o diyebiliriz. Yeah, actually from now on my pal is going to continue to AMA. Umay, can you open your microphone?
Sure. Can you hear my voice clearly?
Yeah.
Okay. So, do you want one more question? Is that right?
Yeah, let's do one last one, and then we can wrap it up.
Okay. Actually, I know that you explained it a lot today, but I want you to answer this question one more time because it is really important for us and our gamers. Actually,
Sounds good.
there are some games similar to Meta Lordz in the market, okay? As you mentioned before. So really we want to learn what is your difference from these games, generally. Actually,
Yeah.
I want you playing it one by one because even after you go from there, we will explain our players these notes, okay?
Yeah, sure. Sounds good.
Thank you so much.
No problem. So let's start with the first big difference, which hopefully you got a little bit of a glimpse of what it can be, right? And what it looks like. The first major difference is that we're trying to build a game that is just fun. So, and I'm going to throw a few names out there, right? If you look at even big games like X Infinity or smaller titles, we see that a lot of Web3 titles right now are actually not focusing on being a good game, on being a good, solid, fun experience for the player. And we're all gamers in the team, and we know what game is like, right? Because we are gamers. And what we're trying to do here is build something that's going to be primarily a good experience for gamers like ourselves that enjoy just playing games with their friends. regardless of how much money you make, regardless of the price of the token, regardless of how you buy the NFT or whether you have to have an NFT and so on and so forth. You know what I mean? We're trying to build something that's truly, first and foremost, high quality and fun. So
Exactly.
maybe, so maybe you want to say that one first, and then I'll move to the second one.
Okay. İlk başta söylediğim soruyu tercüme edeyim size. Meta Lordz gibi markette birçok oyun var. Çok benzeyen Meta Lordz'a. Bunun diğer oyunlardan temel olarak farklılığının ne olduğunu sordum. Şunu söyledi. Bir şeye odaklanmak yerine birçok farklılıkları aynı oyun içerisinde birleştirmek istediklerini. Bunun örneklerini varırsak şunu söylüyor. Burada amaç çoğu basit oyundan farklı olarak para kazanmak veyahut da sadece vakit öldürmek için değil, eğlenmek için girmeniz. Yani buradaki ana amaçları sizin para kazanmanız değil, eğlenmek için kendi isteğinizle girmeniz. Onun dışında çok fazla gün içerisinde söyledikleri bir şey var. O da şu, eğer tek kişilik sadece hikaye odaklı bir oyun oynamak istiyorsanız bunu da oyunumuzda bulacaksınız. Eğer arkadaşlarınızla sadece takılmak istiyorsanız ve big boss'ları, büyük boss'ları öldürmek istiyorsanız bunu da yapabileceksiniz oyunumuzda. Yani bütün bu imkanları size sağlamak istiyoruz diyorlar. O yüzden en fazla odaklandıkları konu sadece bir stile göre oyunlarını yapmamak, birçok stili oyunlarında birleştirmek olduklarını söylediler. So, okay, I translated your sentences. So we can move on the second part if you want.
Yeah, let's do that. So the second point here is we're using Web3 as a means to, again, empower the players. You're gonna notice like a repeating theme in all of the different aspects I talk about, which is we're always thinking about the players, right? Because we understand how important we think that is, and we understand how much we value, right? I was about to say we love, but to use a more, like just professional word,
Exactly.
We value players. So our plan is to use blockchain and Web3, blockchain more specifically, technology, as a means to let players reap the rewards or get rewarded for spending the time in game. And a good example of that is, again, I'm going to go back to the World of Warcraft example because I think that's a great one.
Exactly.
When I was 15 years old and I was playing World of Warcraft, I literally spent thousands of hours playing that game.
Sorry, may I ask you, when you were 15 years old?
Yeah.
Oh damn, I'm really old. I'm really old.
Yeah.
I was in my 30s when I played World of Warcraft.
Okay, so that's good to know. I feel a bit less old now, but I mean, I get in the big context of things, I'm still pretty old, Bart. We're both. Anyway,
Yeah.
so back in those days, I played a gazillion hours of World of Warcraft, and I played it for years, right? And the one thing I couldn't get my head around was how I was trapped in that system. A new game would come out, I would try to play that game, and yet all the time I spent in World of Warcraft would stay there. And even worse, even for people that are playing World of Warcraft, there was no way for me to, give them my account or sell them my account or be rewarded in any shape or form for all of this effort that I put into the game. Of course, I loved playing the game, so to me it was an effort. I was just having fun with my friends. But now with hindsight, when I look back at that stuff, I'm like, Jesus, I literally spent hundreds of dollars, probably, if not thousands.
Yeah.
Thousands of hours, and all I ever got for it was fun. It was have fun. And it is literally one of the games that I still kind of love because of this fun element, right? Now, it's of course important to be fun, but also, as I mentioned, right, I think we should empower players to actually benefit from the time they spent in game. So this is the second big point, which is we use blockchain technology to give players the autonomy, the agency, the ownership of the time they spent in the game to be able to either sell the characters that they grind, sell the weapons that they get, and really be rewarded for being really invested and spending time in this system. So
Exactly. Yeah.
that's point 2. Maybe you wanna tell that one.
Yeah,
So can you-
actually, before explaining your sentences to my friends, I would like to add something. Actually, while watching the video, okay, I can clearly understand that you have watched Lord of the Rings and you played World of Warcraft, because I saw many similarities to the game, actually.
Clear
Is that
influences.
true?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's very true. Clear influences.
Yeah.
In fact, I hope
Many
you don't give me
similarities
any,
with
any
Diablo.
spoilers. I hope
Yeah,
you don't
Diablo
give me
3, right?
Diablo
Exactly.
as well, for sure. And I was just gonna say, please don't give me any spoilers of the last episode of Rings of Power that just came out yesterday, because I haven't watched it.
I cannot give promise, but okay. Okay. So I will be translating your sentences into Turkish, okay? Şimdi şöyle arkadaşlar, en son konuştuğumuz şeyi söyleyeyim sorudan bağımsız olarak. Ben de oyunu izlerken birçok Diablo 3'ten, Yüzüklerin Efendisi'nden ve World of Warcraft'tan birçok element gördüm. Ona bakarak mı bazı şeylerden etkilendiniz diye küçük bir soru sordum. Evet dedi, kesinlikle. Onun çok fazla etkisini oyunu oynarken de göreceksiniz dedi. Ana soru zaten biliyorsunuz. Farklılıklarını soruyoruz oyunlardan. İkinci elementi şöyle açıkladı. Şimdi biliyorsunuz ki Web 3 ve blockchain stratejisine göre, o sisteme göre oyunlarını kurmuşlar. Ona göre inşa etmişler. Bir kere bunun yararını oyunu inşa ederken çok fazla görmüşler. En fazla ortaya çıkardığı şey, söylediği şey şuydu. Kendisi 15 yaşındayken World of Warcraft oynarken şu izlenime kapılıyor. Oyunda birbirini tekrar eden çok fazla şey var. Ve eğer o oyuna aşık olmasaydım diyor, o oyunu daha fazla oynamaya katlanamazdım. Çünkü çok fazla tekrar eden loop sistemi olduğu için artık belli bir noktadan sonra insanlar yeni şeyler görmek istiyor. Ama o zamanki arkadaşlarım sayesinde oyuna devam ettim ve yani binlerce saat oynadım oyunu dedi. Şimdi o yüzden kendi oyunlarında asla bunu inşa etmemişler. Yani bu şu demek oluyor. Çeşitli aralıklarla oyunlarını yenileyecekler. Ve şunu hissetmenizi hiç istememişler. Hep aynı şeyi yapıyorum. Bunu hissetmemeniz için ellerinden geleni yapıp oyunu ona göre inşa etmişler. World of Warcraft'tan verdiği bir başka örnek ise şuydu. O kadar fazla saat oyunu oynamasına rağmen onun karşılığını alamaması onu hayli bir üzüp sinirlendirmiş. O yüzden evet, eğlenceli olacak ama aynı zamanda da yaptığınız işin karşılığını hem nakit hem de zevk, eğlence olarak alacaksınız. Çünkü hem kendini yenileyen bir oyun, sürekli geliştiren bir oyun, aynı zamanda verdiğiniz eforun karşılığını rahatlıkla alabildiğiniz bir oyun olacakmış. Yani kısacası şöyle söylüyor, ben parayı vereyim, bu oyunda başarılı oldum diye bir sistem oluşturmamışlar. Kısaca bunları söyledi. So will be any third part that you would like to mention?
Yes, there's a third part, which
Okay.
is we're building this game again, fully focused on the community side of things, right? So we're building this game together with the community, and by that I mean we are actually working together.
We can't hear you well.
Yes, we cannot hear your voice clearly at that moment.
Yeah, sorry. Is this better?
No, right now.
Give me one second.
Okay. Çok kısa bir ses hakkında bir sorun yaşandı. Onu şu an düzeltiyor.
Hello, is this better?
A little
Yes,
bit.
better. Yes, evet.
Okay. Let me know if it's bad. I can try to reconnect my headphones.
No, it's okay.
Right now it's okay, I think, but if you want to change your device, we can wait. But right now I can clearly hear your voice.
Okay, cool. So this should be all right. So going back to the point I was about to make is we're trying to build this game with the community at the very forefront. And I did say, I would have the word player in all of the different pillars that I'm talking about. And that's because, again, we really are putting the player at the forefront of what we're trying to build. And this third point is about the community and how we want to be inclusive with the game. We want to have people not only helping us, by testing the game and giving us feedback, which of course is an essential part of how we build Meta Lords, but we want people to go above and beyond that. We want to truly build this together with the community, right? So you just asked me right now if we had World of Warcraft influencers, Lord of the Rings influencers, influences, Diablo influences, and so on and so forth. And yes, we have. And what we want to do here is create lore around the world that we're building and the characters and everything else in it together with our communities. So we will effectively run contests that will literally dictate how the world in the game and the story, like basically how it works and the stories behind the characters and that world together with our community. So maybe the backstory for the wizard, where the wizard comes from, why is the wizard in that specific part of um, Glassmere, which is the world? Why is the wizard trying to fight in the arena? And so on and so forth. Why the wizard focused on whatever spells and so on and so forth. All of this backstory is going to be written hand in hand with the community. And this is one of the ways, this is just one example, right? But this is one of the ways of us, again, putting the community at the very forefront of what we're trying to build and building this thing together with you guys. And again, just, again, we were thinking of us as players. Imagine if back in the day we could have co-created the 6th act of Diablo 2 with Blizzard, right? How cool would that be? Or, maybe a new chapter, a new expansion for World of Warcraft. And or maybe I don't know, expansion for Skyrim. There's a gazillion examples, right? But like that co-creation, we understand, is again a huge motivator for players. And right now, this exists, right? We're not inventing this. A lot of big Web 2 games actually do it. And again, we have the ambition of putting the community at the very forefront of what we're trying to do. And another way that manifests itself, by the way, this is not a one-way thing, right? Like, oh, we ask for the community to help us with this and help us with that and stuff. No, it's a two-way thing. When developing the game and when thinking about the game economy, the first thing that all of us agreed on from the get-go is that this has to be a free game. We do not want to hide this game behind a paywall. We do not want to hide this game behind a $200 NFT. What about all of the players that do not have that money to spend? How are they going to play the game? Right? So this is a two-way thing that, again, we're putting the player at the very core of what we're trying to do. And again, this is going to be a free game. Of course, you'll be able to buy the NFT. There's going to be benefits for buying the NFT. This is not a charity. We have to run the company. And of course, for that, there's a bunch of costs that we have to cover. But the principle here is we want accessibility and we want player agency to be, again, at the very heart of what we're trying to do. So this has to be a free game. So we went to our chief economist and said, yo, what can we do to make this game free? We do not want to sell 10,000 NFTs at $500 and then figure out what to do. What we want to do is like have something that it's out there, people are having fun, and it's free. And of course, if they can and if they're willing to and if they want to engage the game, they go on and spend some money and buy the NFT and do whatever it is. And that's, of course, going to add a lot of gameplay depth and so on and so forth. But the truth is, we want this to be very, very scalable and approachable, again, because of how close to the community we are. So this third point is really about that. It's about building this thing together with the community, giving back, and again, hope to create this virtuous kind of positive cycle, right? Between us, game developers, and the community to continue growing this thing forward.
Actually, before translating your sentences into Turkish, on behalf of all the gamers that are in right now, okay, I wanted to thank you, really. Thank you for your opinions about this game and about these gamers, okay? Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for having us. It's awesome to be here.
So right now, I will be translating your sentences, okay? Üçüncü kısımda şöyle bir şey söyledi arkadaşlar. Özellikle vurguladığı şey şu. Biz bu oyunu topluluk için yapıyoruz. Ve topluluğun gerektirdiklerini düşünerek yapıyoruz dedi. Hatta bunu sağlamak için insanlardan çok fazla test ve geri dönüş aldık. Birinin sesi geliyor galiba. Neyse. İnsanlardan çok fazla test ve geri dönüş aldık. Oyunumuzu buna göre inşa ettik diyor. Özellikle vurguladığı şey şu. Kar amacı gütmeden oyunu yapmak üzerine çok fazla toplantılar gerçekleştirdik. Bunu nasıl yapabiliriz adına. Ve o yüzden de insanları toplayıp insanların ihtiyaçlarını nasıl karşılayabiliriz bulmaya çalıştık. Özellikle şunu söyledi. Şunu unutmayın. Bu oyunu yapanlar da sizler gibi oyuncular. Yani kendisi de sizin kadar bilgisayarda vakit geçiren bir insan olduğu için bu oyunu aynı zamanda kar amacı gütmeden kendisi için, sadece kendi zevki için, kendini eğlendirmek için yapmış. Çünkü kendi Diablo 3'ü oynadığında, çeşitli oyunlar oynadığında evet çok fazla etkilendiği şey görmüş ama çok fazla yanlış şey de görmüş. Ve bunu düzeltmek için bu oyunu inşa etmiş. Özellikle söylediği bir başka şey de oyuncuların oyunu oynarken karakterleri benimsemelerini istemiş. Bu yüzden de her karaktere, her sınıfa farklı bir hikaye, kendine özgü bir hikaye yazılmış. Eğer bu hikayeleri okuyarak oyuna girerseniz, onlar doğrultusunda oyunu oynarsanız çok fazla keyif alacağınızı ve çok daha farklı bir oynanış sunacağını söylüyor. Onun dışında çok güzel bir örnek verdi. Yani Blizzard gibi kuruluşların Diablo 3'ü yaptığını düşünün dedi. Burada da şunu söylemek istiyor. İkinci kısımda bahsettiği şeyle birlikte sadece bir oynanıştan ziyade birçok farklı stili bu oyunda buluşturmak istediğini söyledi. Bu da hikayeydi, çoklu oynanıştı ve benzeri bahsettiğimiz şeyin bu oyunda olmasına çok fazla önem verdiğini söyledi. Onun dışında işin ekonomik kısmı var tabii ki de. Bu insanların da bir şekilde bu oyundan bir gelir elde etmeleri lazım. Bu oyunu geliştirmek için bile bir gelir elde etmeleri lazım. Buna rağmen oyunun bedava olması gerektiğini, yani ne olursa olsun bu oyunun bedava olması gerektiği üzerinde çok sıkı durmuşlar, çok sert olmuşlar. Ama işin gelir kısmını da sadece ihtiyaçları kadar oyunu geliştirmek için kullanacaklarını söylediler. Yani işin gelir kısmını sadece oradan alacaklar ve oyunu geliştirmek için kullanacaklar. Hatta bu yüzden de oyunu bedava yapmasının ardından da çok fazla pahalı NFT'ler üzerine oyunu kurmak istemediklerini söylediler. Bunun dışında yani şöyle söylemem gerekiyor. Kendisi de özetlediği zaman şunu çok fazla vurguladı. Sizin para kaygısı dışında, para kaygısıyla bu oyuna girmek yerine eğlenmek için, eğlenerek aynı zamanda da para kazanmak için, para kazanarak oyuna girmenizi istiyor. Yani bir çeşit kazan kazan durumu yaratmaya çalışmışlar oyunu piyasaya sürerken. Bu kadardı. So, it was ending my translation. Actually, will there be any fourth session that would you like to add?
Yes, I wanted to thank you all for having
Okay.
us here tonight.
I
wanted
still have a
to-
prize, huh? I still need to
Oh,
give
so-
away a prize.
I was just gonna say I want to thank Bart as well for being here, of course, and helping us out. I mean, I think we should probably have another session on Versa itself because Versagames is flying and there's a lot of stuff happening there.
Yes, sure.
So thank you so much for having us tonight. Bart, the giveaway is we still basically are gonna do the draw after the next 3 playtest sessions, right? So it's only next week.
No.
So the giveaway is not-
I want to give. I want to do something extra tonight. I want to give like $50 in Versa tokens to anybody who is in our server, who was in our server, or well, at least who is in our server still, and who was there earlier. So everybody who didn't say hi but was in our server, please say hi now in the chat.
Okay. Sizden
Let's go.
chat'e hi yazmanızı istiyor arkadaşlar.
Bu chat'e değil.
In our chat. In our chat.
O kendi chatlerini. Tamamdır. Kendi chatlerini buyur.
Hermes
sendeyiz.
diğerini atabilir misin? Hermes şimdi diğerini atabilir misin?
Şöyle chatten.
Okay.
Hi yazmanız takdirde kendileri bunun dışında farklı bir hediye vermek istiyor size. Bu da yanlış anlamadıysam $50 bir hediye olacaktı.
Really, Scallywag, you are already there.
So
Nice. All right. So while everyone's saying hi, well, thank you again, Bart, especially for being this benevolent and
No
giving
problem.
more Versa tokens to the people. That's awesome.
Power to the people.
Thank you again. You know, everyone from Troy community is awesome to be here.
3,
I hope you guys enjoyed our
2,
chat.
1, closed. Okay.
There you go. And
actually, it was such a pleasure. Nice to meet you guys, all of you. Actually,
Yeah.
thank you so much. Yeah.
it was awesome.
really.
Thank you for hosting. Thank you for having the time to translate all of the questions as well. I appreciate that's a lot of work. So yeah, thank you guys. I hope to see you playing the game again. We have sent the link. We're gonna send more. We're gonna send the links here again for you to try the game. And yeah, I hope to see you around and keep your eyes peeled for the giveaway. Right? Of course, we're doing that draw next week. So
Yeah,
we're
but
gonna know the lucky
now
winners
also.
soon.
We're going to do one now also. If you give me here 2 minutes, I can clean up the wheel of fish, and I will share my screen so everybody sees that it's going down fair.
Okay.
Sounds
2
good.
dakikaya daha ihtiyacı var.
Scallywag, Scallywag,
Okay.
always there. If there's free money, he's always there.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I'm gonna have to disconnect and leave you guys because I have my
Okay.
wife sitting beside me, looking very angry.
Okay.
She was
Okay.
supposed to have wrapped up.
So
20
sorry for
minutes ago.
that.
No,
Okay.
it's all good. It's again, thank you guys. Thank you for having us. It was awesome being here, and I hope to see you around. And I hope to be here again soon.
It was
Okay.
a pleasure. Thanks for all your answer. And yeah, that's all.
Cheers. Until the next one.
Yeah, see ya.
See you.
Bye. Advanced, I want to clean up the doubles. Okay, perfect. Then we're going to raffle. One winner takes all. $50 in Versa tokens. You gotta have a MetaMask wallet and a MetaMask address. Otherwise, I cannot send it to you. Or the mods cannot send it to you. Here it goes. Ooh, exciting.
Let's go.
Ooh, Semi. Do I pronounce it correctly? Semi?
Semi.
Semi.
Yeah,
Right.
it's
Yes.
correct.
Semi Arkadesh. That's friend, right?
Yes.
Buyak Bira Lutfen Arkadesh. Big beer, please. I remember that for holiday.
Oh, okay. So you drank a lot of beers, right?
Well, I used to, not anymore.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Semi, you will, I will give you, or I will, yes, send me your, you can send me the MetaMask, because I don't accept friend requests at the moment. But can you give me the MetaMask in our joint chat with Meta Lordz?
Okay, I will immediately translate this.
No, I'm asking you. We have this joint. We have a joint server,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Okay.
I can set things.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Yeah. Translate, please.
Yeah. Semi
Evet.
bana Semi
MetaMask adresini aynen öyle.
Don't fight.
No, I'm going to translate first.
So please translate.
Bana etof bana yazayım sana al.
Okay, then I'm going to round up, and I will get the MetaMask number from you, and my mods will send $50 in Versa tokens as of current market value. I don't know what the price at this moment is for Versa tokens. We'll see. The price for Versa tokens.
Yeah, I send it to our group chat.
Okay, at the moment it's 7 cents. So that means like well, is it $50 is at the moment how many Versa tokens? I'm not able to do it by my head now.
Matt sometimes
So that's 669 and 96 tokens. So let's round it up. 700 tokens. BRX, can you make sure that the person gets it? I will get you the MetaMask wallet. Thank you. Okay. I would like to thank you. Hopefully we see you back in our server also, because we also have a lot to talk about. But this tonight was about Meta Lordz. If you have any questions for me, please hit me up in our Discord. Hit up the mods. We have weekly contests where you can win real money, like Versa tokens, and we have a lot of fun prizes. And there's a lot coming on because we just struck a deal with QuickSwap and Polygon. So we're really building a big game hub for Web3 games.
Şöyle, sesim geliyor değil mi? Tamam. Çevirmek gerekirse kendi kanallarına mutlaka uğramanız gerektiğini, yani uğrayabileceğinizi istediğiniz zaman, orada da çok fazla konuşacak şeylerin olduğunu söylediler. Oradan çok fazla duyuru yapacaklarmış. Oyunlarla alakalı gelişmeleri oradan sizlere aktaracaklarmış. Kendisine de iletmek istediğiniz soru olursa oradan kolaylıkla iletebilirmişsiniz. O konuda çok rahat hissedin dedi. Başka bir şey var mıydı?
Bitirebiliriz yavaştan. Thanks for everything, Bart.
No problem. My pleasure.
Thanks for your answer, and thanks for your joyful personality.
Thank you all. I thank you also for this evening, and it was a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, same here.
Okay. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye bye. See you later.